So I just wanted to come on here and talk about the process that I go through or what I experience internally, my mental, my emotional world, what I experience as I am learning something new. I recently got my first muscle up, but it took me a while to get there. There was a process and steps that I had to take for me to get to my first muscle up, and it wasn't even clean, right? I don't have it mastered, but I've gotten to a place where I can actually get over the bar with some momentum, with kicking my legs, and I'll take it because it's taken me a while to get here. You know what I mean? So what I had to face in order for me to get here, to get to that point for me to get over that bar for the first time without a band, just me getting there. It took a lot in the beginning. I couldn't do a pull up, right? 3 years ago I couldn't do a pull up. I was scared of looking like a fool, right? So I faced that embarrassment of not being able to do a pull up, right? I got over that, started trying to do pull ups, and it took me a while for me to actually get clean ones, for me to do uh, 5 in a row, 10 in a row. Then I added weight because I got to the point where I was pretty comfortable with my body. I got over the hurdle of thinking that I couldn't do one pull up to getting to the point where I could do weighted pull ups, right? But in that journey, there are a lot of ups and downs because you are elated when you do great, when you do what you accomplish to do, but then you're so discouraged when you can't get one or two or three, but the day before you could get four or five, right? But you understand that there is this process that you go through, that your body is adjusting, and even your mind too, because the fear that you once had, you have to face that. Then you get over that, and then a new fear comes along for a new part of the journey that you have to adjust to and get down before you can get to the next step, right? So then I had to adjust, and then I got strong enough, and then I had to figure out the movement of me actually getting myself over the bar. I was having trouble because I was getting my chest to the bar, but I couldn't get my arms to get me over that bar. So it was difficult and it was frustrating, and I would try and try and try, and sometimes I would skip my practice because it was so frustrating, right? I would go up, and then I would I would think to myself like, fuck, I look like a fool, and I'm trying here, and it's not going, it's not working, and it's frustrating. And then you stop for a couple of days, and then you get over that, you allow that to happen, to process internally, and then you try again, and then maybe you get a little closer. So then I used the band, and then with the band I got the movement down, and then it became kind of second nature. So I was like, fuck it, let me try without the band. I don't know if it's gonna work, but it did, and I got my first muscle up without the band. Sloppy as hell, but I got it. So you're high again, and then the next day you try it again, and I couldn't do it. You know what I mean? So it's this process, it's this like up and down, or spiral that you go through. Good, bad, same, good, bad. You know what I mean? So when you experience that, you learn that there is like a something happening inside, these reactions that happen that can make the process of learning something longer, that can make it more torturous for you, right? Or you can make it smoother. You can actually enjoy the process and really um, get the most out of it, instead of beating yourself up or allowing the fear, or the pressure that you're placing on yourself to get to you, right? So I got to the point where I am now with my muscle up. So I understand that this is a process that I have to go through to learn this. And then I look at myself learning other things. Like, let's say I'm trying to learn a handstand as well. And it's the same thing. Sometimes you get it. Sometimes you have to go back and adjust. Maybe you have to get my wrist strength stronger. I have to understand how to place my fingers and my palms when I'm trying to hold my body correctly, right? And then you learn these things in the process. But the more that I do it, the more the internal chatter, those negative thoughts, those bad emotions, those challenging emotions that come up don't affect me, because I know it's part of the process. So instead of allowing it to dictate my actions, which would be not trying, not practicing, giving up, it I allow it to be, right? I'm facing those emotions, I'm facing that mental battle again and again with different things, and I'm overcoming it through practice, through patience, right? Through just being aware of it. The more that I'm just aware of it, the more that I allow it to just go away by itself. And the more that I pick up on it being the same way for a lot of things, like making videos, the same thing. So there are these things that you go about. You set the camera up. Oh, is this the right angle? Is the lighting correct? Is what I'm saying correct? Is the format and what I'm saying it correct? But you understand that there's a process to it, right? And maybe what I'm doing now aren't the greatest videos that I can make, but I understand that I'm learning this skill, right? So through each process of you learning a skill, you're learning a meta skill, which would be the process of learning itself, more so of what you experience internally and how you gain in strength emotionally and mentally to learn other things, how that affects your self-esteem, your confidence, and the belief in yourself, right? Because when you say that you're going to do something and you actually do it, regardless of how long it takes, not comparing yourself to other people and their process, you understand that you can do more things, and you start to do more things because you actually accomplish smaller things, which gives you the strength and the fuel to do those bigger things that might be more challenging, right? So I really want to implore, I guess is the right word, to ask of you, insist that you guys try to learn something that's challenging, and through this process become aware of what you experience internally, or maybe think about something that you've tried to do before that you've completed or haven't completed, and see if you can remember what you felt inside, the things that stopped you or the things that you faced in that process. And the more that you become aware of these things, the more that you can do. So yeah, just think about it, see what you can change, and see what you can accomplish by becoming aware of it and facing it more often. And I'm pretty sure, no, I'm not, I'm positive that you'll surprise yourself, because I think that we're all more capable than we give ourselves credit. So I'm gonna just leave it there, and yeah.